Hebrew Israelites, week in and week out. We come to prophesy the downfall of America, tell people on this side who they are. Anybody of Negro, Indian, or Latino descent are the true children of Israel according to the Bible. And contrary to public opinion, the only one you know as God and Jesus Christ is coming to save.
Right, because he's the God of the children of Israel. And being the children of Israel, we have our own nation, our own government, and our own rule of law. But being in this captivity, you don't have rights or a governing body or rulership, because we've been subdued and captured by the so-called white man, and therefore we don't have rights or liberties. Basically, that's why the so-called white man has free reign to basically, through their police force, basically kill us in the streets at will and detain us for any reason whenever they see fit. So therefore, that is why we out here to prophesy the downfall of this wicked place. And according to our God, which his name is Yahweh and his son's name is Yahushai, will bring the downfall and the destruction of this place. Because here you don't have any rest here. There's no basically getting ahead to where you're going to be on equal footing with the so-called white man. Here, all you're going to endure is pain and suffering, and all you're going to do is more basically being enslaved by the so-called white man, what they call it employment. So, let's get it. Micah chapter 2, verse 10. I'll read it. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. Right, because America is not our rest here. Basically, we here as a punishment for our iniquity against the Heavenly Father for not following his laws, statutes, and commandments. So therefore, we only going to be oppressed in this land, and we never going to basically come on top here. And it's a polluted land, basically because you have all manner of filth and all manner of abominations that go along here. And plus, on top of that, as an Israelite man, you have no rights. The woman has more rights than you, and she's put above you. That's why they have the so-called black woman basically having a household where she gets to have the final say. Pretty much, they give her more benefits over you as the Israelite man, where you're no longer the head of the household.
We didn't see
That's
men.
The reason why our nation is destroyed.
We didn't see men get their ass whooped and call the police, and then they go to jail for trying to hold the bitch back.
Yeah, because they put the woman on the pedestal, and basically, a woman can damn near commit murder and damn near get off on a lighter sentence than you.
They had a video on YouTube where a woman was in a police station, and the bitch snuck up on one of the fucking cops. They were just sitting in a chair. She snuck up on them with a knife and tried to slit his fucking throat. Did you know this bitch got off with no charges?
Yeah, that's right, man. So, yeah.
Only a woman.
So, yeah, actually, with that, can you get Isaiah 3 and 12? Alright, because the Heavenly Father always been a patriarchal power. He always been about the Israelite man, who is basically the head over the household and basically the forerunners of the nation. You know, and through Yahushai, basically, you know, being that sacrifice and resurrection, basically, you know, he gave us this knowledge back to basically resurrect, right, to bring up our nation again.
This is Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O backsliding daughter? For Yahweh hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Right,
because back in the ancient world, a woman was never over the man. It was always in order where the woman was beneath the man. And it's going to go back to that in the kingdom. That's why in America they give a woman too much liberty to basically do all types of manner of wickedness, being sluts and hoes. You got most of our women nowadays, they're bisexuals. They're basically sleeping with more than one man when she's supposed to be with one husband her whole life. You got all types of whoredom and adultery going on amongst our people. That's why this place is gonna be burned with fire. So yeah, you got that?
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
Right, because the so-called white man put us in captivity. He's the children because basically we as the children of Israel, basically we were here first. So therefore they're the children. But women rule over us because the so-called white man, basically going back to that covenant with Eve, gave our women liberty to be over us in the society by giving them the better jobs, by giving them the better government assistance. Therefore, you know, basically our women are like further in the society than we are. So therefore, that's why, you know, you got our children today who are more unruly, they have no laws, they have no structure because the father is not in the house to be the head and to give instruction to our nation. And also we forsake the laws of the Lord, so therefore, basically you're gonna have chaos.
They got that in Ecclesiastes, Sirach as well. I think it's the 6th or 7th chapter where it says the blessing of the father shall establish a household, but the curse of the mother shall root it out.
O my people, they which lead thee caused thee to err, and destroyed the way of thy path.
Right. Down to these basically so-called political leaders like Al Sharpton, Farrakhan, or whatever leaders that you listen to. They're not teaching the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. They're not teaching you to return to the Most High and His Son to let you know what times we're in. So therefore, they causing you to err and they causing you to go astray. They just making you more vain to where you being more attached to this wicked kingdom. Is that it? That just sums up the point? Okay, alright. And you got any precepts?
Yeah. This is Ezekiel chapter 22, starting from the top. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Now thou son of man, wilt thou judge the bloody city? Yea, thou shalt show her all her abominations. Then say thou, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, the city sheddeth blood in the midst of it, and that her time may come, and maketh idols against herself to defile herself. Thou art become guilty in thy blood, because this is talking about the children of Israel. Thou art become guilty in thy blood, and thou hast shed, and thou hast defiled thyself in thine idol, which thou hast made, and thou hast caused thy days to draw near, and art come even unto thy years. Therefore have I made thee a reproach unto the heathen and a mocking to all countries.
Right, so that's why in America, basically, we got this stigma on us as being the lowest nation right now, and that's the reason why these nations are over us. That's why they rule over us, that's why they basically oppress us, because we were disobedient unto the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father. Therefore, He punished us by sending us into various captivities all over the world. Now, going back to what you were saying, basically not having a father in the household was what causes a lot of shame to our nation. That's why growing up in single-parent households is what basically destroyed us as a people. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 9. For the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations. Right.
That foundation is Yahweh, man.
Right. Because, you know, basically, the father is meant to be the head, and through righteous rulership and basically ruling through the law, statutes, and commandments of his household, through the spirit of Yahweh is how you establish a household. Is how you set them in order.
By the husband going out and doing these works, and by the husband finding the Lord blessing him with his name. Yahweh is the father, and Yahweh Shai is his son. Okay, and that's the foundation that every household is supposed to be built on. Yahweh Shai. A woman can't come into his truth by herself, and she's not. That's why they are worshiping Jesus.
The spirit got on him to go off on that cracker at the bus stop, because the cracker told him that we was talking about bullshit.
Right. Yeah, and these devils is full of lies, man. That's all they do. They actually always wanna catch one of our people to agree with they ass. But yes, we already know that you the devil. Yes, we talking about the devil sitting at that bus stop across the street. We talking about bullshit. You are bullshit. You the lowest piece of shit on this planet.
And soon you're gonna be scraping bullshit when you die and come back in your next life. And you're gonna be getting whips all over your back in the field. That's gonna be your future.
Right. Your future is after this place is destroyed, what you already can see is slavery. That's for all you so-called white people. You red people, you Edomites.
Go ahead.
And how could we be talking about bullshit when his God got him in that condition?
Right. Your God got you poor in your own land.
Dirty, stanky.
Hell yeah. Look like a goddamn lobster.
Right. Rock lobster. That motherfucker said straight in the sun cooking, looking like boiled beef.
Didn't the Heavenly Father say he hated a poor man that's proud?
Right.
This Edomite walking down the street.
Poor as a motherfucker.
Yeah, and he's still proud to be in this bullshit ass land.
This is Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz.
And that daughter of Edom is talking about you so-called white people. We say so-called because y'all are not white people. Y'all are red people and your nationality is Edom or Edomites. Y'all come from the progenitor Esau. That's who you so-called white people are.
The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
And what cup is that? That's that cup of slavery that our people went through. Because we wasn't supposed to go through it. But if the Lord sent us through it, you damn straight you goddamn Edomites is going through it.
Though thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
The daughter of Zion is talking about the Israelites. Anybody of Negro, Indian, or Latino descent. Basically, our punishment is accomplished. That's why the Lord and Son men put spirit on men to prophesy the downfall of this wicked ass kingdom and to have us come back into who we are. But not every man. Only the elect and 1/3 is going to wake up back to the truth. Because the rest, 2/3 of Israel, 2/3 of you Negroes, Indians, Latinos, is going to be put to death.
He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
In other words, when the Lord saves us from this captivity, not as black people or Latino people or whatever you call yourself, but when he saves us as Israelites, we'll never go back into captivity again.
O daughter of Edom, he will discover thy sins.
You so-called white people, he is about to uncover all your wickedness, which he's doing through us, through his men, and he's going to send you into slavery in the long run, and after that he's going to get rid of you. Got any more on that?
No, that was it. I got another precept.
Yep, so basically you Edomites, your time is up.
This is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem.
And the watchmen are the men that's coming out week in and week out, prophesying the downfall of this place, constantly telling you that you Israelites and you should come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of your God.
And
Go
ahead. And Jerusalem, which represents a people before it's a place, representing you children of Israel out here, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence.
Right, we don't hold our peace day nor night. One, if you ask us anything about the truth, you will get answered. Two, we're all over the internet or wherever the fuck where you can, if you got any internet access, which internet access is free at libraries, you can go to any hotspot. Most of you Jakes own phones and shit, so it ain't no excuse. Day or night, you can find the truth out there. But you niggas, 2/3 of you ain't looking. So the Lord is gonna put you to death.
And give him no rest till he established, until he made Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
In other words, keep on praying to the Lord and keep on complaining about this wicked ass kingdom until he destroy it and make us and put us on top. His chosen on top.
Right, because pretty much, if y'all ain't tired of this bullshit right now, by now, basically destruction is all that's left.
Right, because, I mean,